Huh, are we live? I think we're live. I am live. There we go. Oh, and I am hearing myself twice. That's annoying. Alright. Stream manager. Probably should have gone to a starting screen, but I didn't go to a starting screen, so we are just gonna run with it. Alright. So, hello. Welcome in, everyone. How's it going? I say welcome in, everyone, but you wouldn't be here yet because I literally started immediately and without warning. So, just talking to myself at the moment. But that's how I like it. So, going to be playing some Rogue Trader today. We're going 40k. That's what we're doing. Look at this beast of a man. Outfit settings. Can we change the outfit? Ooh. I kind of like the basic outfit. Don't show helmets. Don't show backpack. Oh, wait, there's more. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. Alright. Let's just start the game, shall we? Because there'll probably be like heckin' long loading screens. Bam, 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 bam. Like I said, heckin' long loading screens. Loading screens 4 days. Do you know what? You should be going through my headset, not through the speakers. That will probably make it sound a bit better for everyone involved. Pretty majestic statue. Some servo skulls running around. Running, flying. Oh look, it's me. And that guy.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor sublimity.
Yeah, you're in a dialogue. Here you can learn more about current events, influence the character you are speaking to, or even alter the course of the game's narrative. The character's personal story depends on the dialogue choices you make. Available dialogue options are blah 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 blah. Alright. Trace.
An interesting perspective. However, allow me to offer you a bit of advice. In the interests of your own well-being, you should frame your thoughts with greater piety. Demonstrating such a lack of care when choosing your words might be viewed by certain people as evidence of insufficient trepidation before the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
Okay. Chris has tons of architects.
That is commendable, quite so. However, there are many, many who believe that toils in his name start with diligence in choosing one's own words. Remember that when next you are presented with the privilege of conversing about him with loyal servants of the Imperium. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Duke Elatus Windfarer Eos Venera de Val of Calaxis.
My deepest respects to you, Your Grace. A noble of the Imperium. It's been a long time since Providence last brought such eminent guests aboard this vessel. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Yeah.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Alright, so it's Diablo-esque movement, got it. Some objects in the game can be interacted in a special way. They are marked with specific icons. Some icons allow you to study objects, others will transfer the characters to neighboring locations or launch a small event. These icons become visible when your characters stand close enough. Click the mouse button on the icons to perform associated action. Some interactive objects such as doors and chests are not always marked with icons, but the cursor changes when you hover over them. Hold tab to highlight objects. Okay. Secret mechanism has been interfered with without Ken Kong Boy, hello, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you for the sub. Hope all is well. All is well. I do not understand the information that's on the computer here. That's good. That's good. I'm not a tech priest. That makes sense.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Alright. What's this game? This is Warhammer 40k
We
Rogue
are
Trader.
bound by the blood of martyrs.
Have literally only just started it, so... Oh, going through the door. We're going through the door.
One of the Von Valencias trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look
Lehman
around
Rust Tank.
after your audience with the Lord Captain.
And a tarantula turret.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Oh, good. Getting straight into some combat. That's nice. Alright, to survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Click the button at the top of the screen to start the battle. Alright. So the battle system looks very XCOM. They are very spongy. All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on the grid. On the turn, a character can move, attack, and use their abilities. Look so within the highlighted area, double-click to move the character there. Move post to find how far characters can move on the turn. 1 MP recovers corresponds to 1 cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell costs 2 MP. At the beginning of each turn, your movement has to restore to their maximum value. Note, once the character starts moving, the action can no longer be cancelled. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to move and buff this random guy to make attacks and use action points, AP, the total is displayed on the panel of the screen. Your attack AP has a cost associated with it. Yeah, that don't make sense.
The Emperor commands.
That should make him a bit more effective on his turn, and then I'll shoot this guy. Can I shoot again? No, I can only shoot once. Okay,
I will not be deterred.
we will reload then. And endeth my turn. You missed? Gave you all those bonus points. Why would you miss?
And so it shall be done.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident.
What
Servitors
suspicious
malfunction on
phrasing.
the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Alright, your suspect. Number 1.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Alright. Can I loot the bodies? Oh, has the game frozen? Gonna do a quick save just in case. No, I can't loot the bodies. Can I do anything with the tarantula turret? No. Or the Lehman Russ? No. Alright. That's fair, it's still early days.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Ah, yep, that's where I'm going. Ah, these ones aren't voiced. But you're clearly not an important character, you don't even have a face. This is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Says the man dressed in peculiar garb. His voice is tight with tension, his face half of which is covered in sin skin. Is twisted in grimace of displeasure and disbelief. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy. Not voiced as well. Alright. The tall, grey-haired woman pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson. Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation, no worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do? Ion 6 Edelthread. With Ion 6 Edelthread. So by the room. Your first impression of Edelthread, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervous twitching fingers, the face is twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthread, Theodora von Valentius's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthread. Behind the two of them, we see two more men. One is a grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing, who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth, bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons. Our second candidate has joined us. The dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The very traitor is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. Alatus Windfellow, approach me and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospect for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Hello, Sir Henno. Welcome in. How's it going? Okay, so we have bonus conversations here, so yeah, we'll do warp stuff. Theodora smirks. Thorough but presumptuous. Took me a great deal to find one psycho who could serve me well for many years, yet you speak of several. Edelthread looks at you with the warmth of a snake. Sanctioned snipers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you, Alatus Windfellow, suggest that we use heretics who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants. Just a quick stop in, I'm exhausted and will likely fall asleep shortly. That's fair. That's fair. So, to the flake question, what if you added something to it, Henno? Because feel free to disqualify this, but if you put the flake in a cup of milk, it'll melt. We're both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Dissolving the sugars, not melting it. I don't know, it seemed pretty melted to me. Even among his flock, not all are of a piece, Alatus Windfellow. I suggest you familiarize yourself with the facts before you solely... Edelthread. I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me, then, why my senior cogitator is still dawdling about the officer's deck instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I forgot the time. Ethelthred bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look. Oh, I'm gonna kill you. I can already feel that. Or you're gonna die by other means. Theodora's gaze follows him as he leaves. Then she turns to you. So, Latus and Farah, why are you here? There are some questions I wish to have answered. You are direct, I approve, but you have to wait. There is something I want you to understand first. My name is Theodora von Valentius Mesmer of Scarus. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of Humanity. My rights and freedoms are vindicated by the most sacred relic, the Warrant of Trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign and bode death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you, Alatus Winfera, are one of those with the Von Valentius blood in their veins, and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. One of. Does this mean there are others? Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthred may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of responsibility that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming a bearer of a warrant of trade, nonetheless. Your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. It's not for the role of Lord Captain, then, for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voigtvir served me many years before he made his mistake. Thank you for clarifying. The vox affixed to Theodora's attire suddenly comes to life, but all you can hear is unintelligible noises. Theodora winces, shuts off the transmission, and gives you an imperious nod. I have some time before the navigator gives a signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the wharf, and my presence is required on the bridge. What are my current responsibilities? Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel, and in your new position, eventually I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthred. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. Where is the ship headed? The Ricard system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possess resources comparable to mine. Perhaps one day you will assist House von Valentius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Ricard on the demand. Theodore grimaces. She gives you a stern look and shrugs. For a very specific reason. Perhaps I should apprise you of the purpose of the voyage, but now is not the time. No more questions. In that case, I shall head to... Theodora as Vox awakens once more. This time you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes, listening to the Voxcast, and nods and draws her weapons. Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated. Alright. Got a bunch of heretics
The
to kill.
impure cannot escape their fate. Show them no mercy.
All combatants act in turns, and their order is determined by initiative roll. The order of turns is displayed in the Simple enough.
Reduced to dust.
Alright.
To the heretics. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Oh, he shot at me. That's rude. Alright. I will move behind cover.
This is beyond me.
Nope, can't do that. Alright, let's take out that guy that shot at
Actions
me.
will speak. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Easy. Character just land a critical hit that deals increased damage equal to the character's critical damage stats. Alright. Gonna see him
I
still.
cannot comply.
No. Probably a bit presumptuous to use that on Theodora, so we won't use it on Theodora. Alright, she's got a plasma pistol. Nice.
One fewer target.
That was 2 fewer targets, but
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens.
okay. And that's a melee guy, so he's gonna keep fighting him. Real good.
Like this.
I want that plasma pistol. Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single Horson survive. The rogue trader turned her eyes to you. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck. Not bad. I've seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. She looks at the Vox in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless static. What are your orders? Mortar's gone ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. Be quick about it.
The divine watches over us.
He seems to have things under control. Thank Providence you are alive and well. Always on time, Conrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. Set your chrono by it. Mort, pull yourself together. What did Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away. Mort pulls the Vox from his belt and hurriedly reports the situation. Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent, and the Foxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten whom they serve? Report. I have not yet received word of the engineering regarding any Geller field failures. Communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they've ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I'm receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and only voxcast from the lower bays are the one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officers' deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny. Must provide immediate assistance. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and navigator center are secure, and I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad. Where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. Psycho aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the Walk could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons. I tried to locate him, but the last thing I know about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18. Blast it. Master Whispers, find Edelthread immediately. Seneschal, locate Talas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arc Militant with me. I must go to my study. It appears that we might encounter heretics along the way. Alatus Windfarer? If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthread back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies as our esteemed of the house as the esteemed Arc Militant, taking consideration Edelthread's psychopowers. Then it's settled. Alatus Windfarer, find Edelthread and bring him here. In whatever state you find him, this elevator leads to the restricted compartments such as my personal chambers on the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both, do you understand? I hear and obey. Then move out. Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you don't even have proper gear. I shall make do. Lead the way. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs, but that is no longer relevant. The pop of a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen and you are consumed by an unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Oh really? He's betraying me already? Like, I knew that guy was going to betray me, but that was quick. Elfin, hello. You was here? Until my watch streak triggers. Have you lost your watch streak? Is that what's happened? Was you not here? Then I'm outies because I'm on Twitch Mobile. Fair enough.
Careful, careful. Be
Oh, you have a voice
gentle
again.
with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see.
Gonna maintain that watch streak, but you're not
Delightful.
home? Fair enough, Elfin. What is the meaning
You
of
must
this?
have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault.
Clem.
There, beyond those gates,
Clem.
lies the relic that gives Theodora all
That
of
should
her power.
not be active for everyone.
The sacred
Whoops.
Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Alright. Let me just fix that, because that is for Clem, and other people should not be able to use it. Alright. Let's just antagonize this guy a bit.
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius.
Ah.
The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help.
I did
After
see that it
all,
was co-op.
Isn't that what family is for?
I don't know how the co-op in it will work, but yes, I did see that it was co-op. Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my masters sent me for. The Warrant of Trade.
Oh, I'm not going to help you.
I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the Warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
Okay, the blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a single urge. Go to the gate, go to the gate, go to the gate. Alright, same as Baldur's Gate and Divinity, just shared control. Okay. Gateway Arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, it also twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton. Examine the device. Anything that can be used as a weapon? Nope. Alright, guess we gotta do this. Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat. And immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. And on the fifth visit, the bargain was sealed and the prophecy could no longer be averted. Oh no! Prophecies are never a good thing. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yes, I do require assistance.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Ha! Get wrecked.
Well, there is still another way.
Alright, so it still wants me to go in the warrant chamber. I'd say I'll be back on later, but I'm not coming home tonight. Fair enough. Enjoy your night out, Elfin. That is very 40k right there. How very ostentatious. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade. Bestow upon them the dynasty and the great mission, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost. To triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, through pain of greatness.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
Okay.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup.
Placed in the mechanical screeching, the servo voice projects the voice of Theodora von Valentius. Distorted and ridden with static, yet still recognizable beyond a doubt. Voxmaster, restore communication with the Navigator's Sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Alright, do you have a weapon?
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Okay.
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated.
Okay, that's just accessing the journal, that's fine.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Master, whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me, what is the meaning of this?
Kunrad Voigtvad is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me and somehow brought me here.
What?
He intended to take his revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Voigtvad openly admitted his
Saints'
mastermind.
blood! Then it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Alright. That's just how to heal. That's pretty stock standard for these kind of games. Inventory. Alright, so we have some armor. And we have a pistol. And a sword. Alright, and I need to use you to heal me. That's what they wanted, right?
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Alright, lead the way.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
That we shall. Oh look, enemies.
My soul is ablaze with righteous fury. I will take you down.
And I've got a pistol and a sword, so I feel like I should be somewhat close to them. And you just have a sword, so you should definitely be close to them. There's pistol bursts.
And so...
That seems to work. And we'll give that guy some extra buffs. New companion is a warrior. Abelard specializes in melee combat during enemy attacks. Charges unique warrior ability. Charge can be used if the character is 2 or more steps away from their targets. Characters in melee weapon and melee attacks require the characters to be adjacent to the enemy. Alright. So if I move you there, should be able to charge that guy. And then
Victory is in
kill that guy. Oh wait, you didn't kill the first guy? Oh man. Oh, that's just disappointing.
Just a minor setback.
Friendly fire. Okay, I didn't shoot, so that wasn't friendly fire, but sure.
the Emperor.
He's dead. Good. And you can do a cleave, right? Which should get 2 of them. Yeah, boy.
This'll leave a scar!
Oh, they're hitting their own. That's good.
And so it shall be done.
Missed. Terrible.
I took care of this one.
Abelard is taking some hits. That's not great.
towards our ultimate victory.
Ah. An advanced level of your character and companions, prevailing in battles, exploring the Cronus Expanse, and completing quests earns you experience points. Once you've accumulated enough experience points, your character gains a new level. And the arrow symbol on the character's portrait to open up the level screen. Each level gained offers your characters new progression options, which include abilities, talent, skills, blah 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 blah. Alright. Alright, so is there like a level up button, or do I click that? I click that. Okay. Alright. And then I guess I go to him and I do something similar. I think I'm gonna go Medicae, because Medicae... Yeah, we're gonna give you some heal skills. Alright, can I actually loot them now? Defeated mages have no further need for their former belongings. You can discover valuable trophies among them. Okay. So I already have a sword, and the las pistol is not as good as my stub pistol. They're still yellow, so I still have loot for them. Alright. Anything around the place? Can I open that hatch? No. Can I talk to the Vox Skull that's just chasing us around? Nope.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
That looks like a dead end as well. Alright. Guess we're going this way. To the Navigator's Sanctum. Alright. Oh, that's some warpy shit.
The Navigator's Sanctum is directly along the...
It's a psycho.
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
Alright, we have a psyker that's going crazy. That's always a good sign.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valencius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer. The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Oh, we're missing our text priest.
Dead, without
Oh,
a doubt.
That's good.
And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp,
Are you sure you
then
haven't
he can
surrendered
still
yet?
hold on a little longer without us.
You're giving off some pretty chaotic vibes.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
Ship is just bleeding all over the place.
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Yeah, that's where I was planning to go, but you've been talking this whole time. Ah, the enemy has a psyker as well. Good.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Here we go again. I will level you.
Psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study opponents and identify their weaknesses, and a psychic ability allows her to do damage to them. Analyze enemies is an operative's ability which applies the exploit effect to all enemies within the operative's line of sight. So each turn, the operative's turn, the operative can use this ability against a specific enemy to inflict several stacks of this effect. Okay. Parry by 10% to the end of turn. Alright. Six, 22. Alright. Always focus the Psycho. Psycho is still alive. That's not good. And then do that thing. Oh. Okay. Probably shouldn't have been using psychic powers like that. Get to there. Can you charge him then? Target's too close. Ah, bollocks. I kind of just wasted your turn then, didn't I?
I will not be deterred.
Yeah. That dude goes 5.
And so shall it be done.
Okay, so how does the momentum thing work?
My prescience has failed me.
Alright, take out their psycho. Give yourself increased dodge chance. They don't have a psycho anymore, so we should be right if you move there. Smack that dude. And then you should get to charge that dude. Yeah, now I get how you work. Alright. If you move there, you'll be able to hit that guy.
I won't suffer this.
Oh, what the fuck happened there?
Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
I don't know why I gave that guy an attack on me, but that's right. Vespiadus, the creature in the chair, appears as if it's become one with its throne. You see a pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seats and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through 2 dark, gill-like slits in his cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the 2 ordinary eyes as well, as the 3rd one that sits in the center of its forehead. I believe Master Vespidas still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the war. Well, we have a chance to leave this place alive. Time is short. The navigator's voice starts thrashing and lurches forward. Tefail appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. The mutant remains seated but leans forward as he can. His layered raiment slowly turning crimson. Gill slits burst open, forming 2 hideous screaming mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn. Oh wow, he's gone full wall. It came from the beyond. His body is not his. A deer scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of navigators succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption. It marches thunders under burden of hopes. Unseal your heart, it will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. Navigator convulses violently and is seen shrieking and cackling, and then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. Dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is a purplish swelling around the eye. Run! Flee from this place while I still have strength. The words come out of the Vox as a laboured rattle. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp, but it cannot be done without the Master Helmsman help. The ship can only begin to translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman. If he is still alive, it is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we'll need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Ethelthred and his people. I believe we'll also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier. Vespiadus, good luck. Thank you. Navigator does not give a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from the closed eyelids, and the Vox at the base of the chair is billowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Oh, so he is full chaos corrupted at this point, like. That man needs to be purged.
Know your duty.
Maybe not immediately, but soon.
Look no further. A nice little stroll.
The Divine watches over us.
Oh, that's locked all. We go back out the way we came then. Guess so. Officer's deck. Alright. Alright. Let's see what you're putting down, game. I'm due for an ad break, so I'm going to disappear for a couple minutes. And I planned ahead, I would have this open already.
Oh, hi, Hanno.
Oh, hi, Blaze. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm not sure if people can tell from my voice. I am a little worse for wear, but I'm feeling better than I was yesterday, which is good.
So, just adding that huskiness.
That's
People
right.
People love a husky voice.
I love a husky voice. So, no, it's we've released our first episode.
We have
So, thank you very much.
3 out at the time
Yeah,
this one goes out.
absolutely.
Which this episode is going to be something a bit different from what we've done so far.
Yeah, this was
Maybe
Blaze's idea.
Bit more like the first episode. We're calling it our fortnightly unfiltered conversation and knowledge session.
Yes, that sounds like a good name. It's a bit
Yeah.
long, but why did we pick that name? Is there a reason?
No particular
No
reason.
That's all right. We'll abbreviate it when we put the episodes out.
Yeah.
No, that's a good idea. No.
Anyway, basic concept of this is because we pre-record all our topic episodes, we sort of came to the realization that any audience interactions we deal with will be very far behind if we were to do it in our standard format. So what we're going to do is each fortnight when we start a recording session, we're going to have a little no topic podcast where we would just deal with whatever has happened in the last 2 weeks
Yeah.
and any audience feedback or what have you.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, it's a good idea because, yes, the idea is at times we will record 5 or 6 episodes in a day, and that will put us a long way behind. So, I mean,
Also,
well, yes.
we now have video.
Oh yeah,
Look
hi
at us.
video. Look video.
In
Hang
a-
on, I'm just gonna do something really quickly and have a quick sip of water. Look at that lovely new mug that we had made very cheaply by Kmart.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Kmart.
Shout out to
because
Kmart.
They need the publicity.
$6 per mug. I mean, you can't really go wrong.
No, that's a good deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess the first thing, the major interaction we had was we released the episodes, as we said at the start.
Yeah, yep. So we now officially have the number 1 podcast in the world. It is out.
It is out. Well, there's number 1 podcast produced in this room, I think, is the official statistic. So
Guaranteed.
Yep, 100%.
Of all the podcasts produced here,
Yeah.
this is the best
This is
one.
definitely number 1. No, we had the initial episode went out, and look, let's not lie, it was a mostly family and friends affair. I think we're listening in, but we got some really positive feedback from people. Haven't had any negative, but I'm assuming it'll come soon.
A lot of people saying I need to be louder, which
I think we've worked on.
we should have rectified.
I think we've tweaked that now. And yeah, it's been good. The fact that anyone's listened, we're convinced we picked up some random somewhere that have just come across us because we've got we've gone international already. I mean,
Yeah, US listener and Argentina.
Argentina somehow. I don't know where that's come from. I don't know anyone in Argentina. I don't know how that's occurred, but
Seems a tad random.
I am back. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Really should organize a way to start all of that in one fell swoop rather than me having to tick around and do things. Hello! Hi, mate.
Your ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
Yep.
I shall pity not
Do
your
I get a
enemies.
sister battle?
I shall heed not their pleas.
Do I get a sister?
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I think I get a sister battle.
Told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Nice. The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment it seems she's not going to stop, and will instead continue to eliminate every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Alatus Windfarer von Valantius, the Lord
The
Captain's
hour
heir.
is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends who are twisted by smears of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the Dark Forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Just trying to kill
Sister,
things
I
and
beg
survive.
of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation. So I suggest we all do just that.
I am no traitor, sister.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
I would never dream of lying to a sister.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice. Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
Yay, she is joining.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
And that's... Ooh, I get loot boxes now. Well-maintained stub revolver. Ew. Slightly better. One extra potential point of damage.
Let us walk this path to the end.
There other loot? There is other loot. Now I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for that everywhere. Low sticks. Get some ciggies, bruv. Oh, it's a door large enough for us to get through. That's nice to know. That's also just an inspect, so there's not more loot. Alright. Let's all gather up at this door and head on through. Ah! Enemies! Alright, what's the turn order? That guy, that guy. Right, if we start with everyone in some form of cover. Argenta is a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas, and a soldier. She is an expert with burst range weapons and weapons that deal damage in the area. Another of Argenta's strengths is her mobility in combat. Running gun is a unique soldier ability, using it grants extra movement points and reduces the cost of the next attack by 1 action point. Soldier also suffer a minus 10 penalty to their ballistic skills for this attack. Running gun also allows... Okay. You make burst attacks unlike single shots. Burst fire requires you to select the direction rather than a specific target. Burst attacks are particularly effective against clusters of enemies. Alright. Basically... if I was to move her to here, can I then get him in them as well? I can. So we'll do Furious Recital. Get that momentum churning. And then we'll stagger this in such a way
Commands, I act.
that she just pulverizes people with the fucking mints. And is that actually... she's got a bolter. Oh, glorious. Then was that run and gun lets her shoot
I'll
again?
do it.
located.
I like how thumpy that sounds. That's how a bolter should sound. Oh, well, he's too close for you to charge, so I guess that's it for you. It's a brave man that's going to move into melee combat with the sister. Three-cell radius. Do that.
Anything
She
else?
will zappy's up. Alright. Righteous. And they get reinforcements, that's fine. Give Adira, Argento, I should say, a bit of a bonus. Reinforcements get to go before I go. That's rude. Okay. Yep, I understand cover mechanics. I've played XCOM. Don't want you to move in melee range because that will take you out of cover, so you're just going to have to take a single shot and don't hit Argento. But you didn't hit the guy you were supposed to hit either. Okay, does she have a different weapon set? Can I give her a sword and a second weapon set? About 7.
I will not.
No. Alright.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
It's a bit lame that they can just lock her down like that, but fair enough.
Indeed. My ears are ringing.
It's nothing.
Alright, you take that guy out.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Give Abelard some extra dodge chance. And I guess
On it.
keep analyzing enemies. swap back to the bolter.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Not miss, that would be great.
I refuse. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Missed again. What are you doing?
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Alright, you can't do anything else this turn, so... It's fine. The Psychic can take that one out.
Damn it. Oh.
Move just a little bit closer so you can potentially get a shot off on them. So that doesn't offer any cover. Unless you're on the sides. And being on the sides does not give you line of sight? Is that what it's saying? There we go.
Guided by
That will give you line of
faith.
sight.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I do love how meaty they've made the bolter sound. Exactly how a bolter should sound.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Oh. Alright, she needs to reload. Sounds meaty, but should be blowing apart tables.
I took care of this one.
Alright, loot all the things. The dead person over here, let's loot him too. That's Demon Engine Heart. That sounds ominous. A set of icons, Machine Spirit Vaultlet. Belly churn. Nope, can't interact with that.
Let the faith guide my path to glory. I rise above
Catch bats make
hardships.
techies. Character succeeded. Ooh, storeroom. Extra loot. Gains 3 bonus tech use and 3 melter charges. Oh, we get some explosives. I should probably Delta key. Where's your stuff? Is it the same stuff? It's the same stuff. Can I equip you with a sword now that you're out of combat? Yes. Likewise, I should probably give you some form of pistol. Alright.
I have proven myself yet again.
Alright. I don't know what restoring the power does, but... I'm guessing it opens this door. Which has more loot.
The duty prevails.
Shotgun.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
I think I might swap the sister out to the shotgun in a secondary slot. Just because that can still be used at close range. Oh wow, like I'm like filling up on certain capacity. Alright. Cargo, 10% provisions cargo. There's provisions, so if I take it, do I still get it, or...? Okay, it just makes another stack of... I see, so that's when I'm selling, that's a whole load of provisions. That is one shipment of provisions. I get you. I understand what you're putting down, game. Alright, they were going that way, so I'm gonna go this way.
Know your duty.
There's an emergency going on, but that doesn't mean I can't go and explore.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Ew. Get myself a helmet. And we got level ups to do as well. Alright. Bring it down. The officer immediately grants an ally with an extra turn with 2 action points and no movement points. If the ally is under the effect of voice of command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's turn, the ally gains a one-time additional bonus momentum. Alright. So I can order someone to shoot again. The warrior's next turn, all incoming damage is reduced by tough bonus, and warrior gains tough bonus temporary wounds. Nice. It removes all exploits from the target to decrease the target's dodge, parry, and armor by 10%. By -10 plus exploit tanks per. Okay, okay, yep. I getcha. And my glorious sister battle. Soldier immediately removes the winded effect. Until the end of combat, the soldier gains the following bonuses. When it becomes available after the soldier kills 3 enemy, the kill counter is not reset between rounds. I think that means she gets to shoot again if she kills 3 people. That is my understanding. Okay. What am I looking for? Inventory. I got a helmet. Can I hide the helmet? Show helmet off. Because helmets are gross.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Over there.
Oh, that seems ominous. She just walks straight through. The roar of flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. Surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. Then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It's Theodora von Volantius. Her expression is calm. Terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other raised in an inviting gesture. Are you lost, my heir? Argent goes still as a statue and slowly raises the weapon. An apparition, a sorceress apparition. Trickery of the warp. Sister, you will lower your weapon. Despite his commanding tone, Abelard doesn't sound too confident. He's staring at the rogue trader, and you notice a muscle in his neck twitching. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous. Aren't you in pain? Pain is but a reflection of one's weakness, Alatus went further. To renounce weakness of spirit in pursuit of greatness is the only path and heights worthy of a rogue trader. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide. Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. And everything that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. An answer that can be nothing other than acceptance. Do not listen to this abomination. If there is a naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith and step into the flames, the Emperor texts, his faith will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises, nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul. To the void with you, we need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace. The people! Abelard looks back at coughing, confused people around you. Well, the survivors from the battle in Middle Decks, we must help the crew, lead them out, find a way around. Of the roaring flames you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, muffled and distorted as if there were a body of water between you and them. We'll miss our chance to meet up with Edda. Adira breaks off and starts coughing violently. Her knees buckle and she looks up at you. Alatus, what are you waiting for? Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests, and goals. Such decisions affect convictions. To develop three directions: dogmatic, iconoclastic, heretical. Each include 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealously the character follows their convictions, and the more noticeably the world around them reacts to their actions and decisions. Promotions through the ranks of each of the 3 directions opens up new access to dialogue lines, events, unique abilities, and also changes the attitude of others towards your character. So some items can only be equipped by characters with certain convictions. When one of the conviction branches reaches rank 3 Votary, it becomes the character's main focus. When that happens, the other 2 conviction factions cannot be raised above adherent. Got it. I am dogmatic. Take a step forward and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you and Theodora's voice fades into the firestorm. You hear the voices of your companions calling you from behind and the screams of the weak dying in the inescapable blaze. The blinding inferno, the harrowing pyre, the all-consuming storm releases you as you step out, barely able to stay on your feet. The blood is pounding in your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes caked in soot and burnt eyelashes refuse to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. The rush of blood in your temples and the horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind, before suddenly retreating as if driven away by some mighty will. A new strength spreads through your veins. Despite the wounds, your body is once more ready for the trials and struggle. You open your eyes and see a glow with warmth light before you, the Aquila, sacred symbol of the Imperium. The next moment you're struck by another realization. The repulsive presence, the one that has plagued your mind since Voigtvir wounded you, has gone. The fire seems to have burned the entity away without a trace.
Master, can you hear me? Oh, you're alive. Which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
Praise the Emperor. We passed through the flames. How can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said, that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith.
Behind Argento, you see Adira, glass doubled over in a fit of nausea. The rest of the people who are following you have withered away in the fire that continues to rage and mere 2 steps away from you. The Emperor protects.
Indeed he does. Huh. If I hadn't seen it myself, I never would have believed.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?
That was an illusion.
There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But he perceived its true nature.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What, we'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord Captain standing there in the fire? Abelard, you tell her!
It was an illusion.
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, or holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remained. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire?
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
Rise and stand tall. Even if you are anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. You must feel strong and your limbs obey you without fail. Yet deep inside, somewhere next to your heart or stomach, you feel a certain tension akin to that of a taut string. You are at your limit, be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith. It will not carry you much farther. Edelthrad. Von Valencia stares at you without trying to hide his astonishment and trepidation. Lotus Windfellow, do my eyes deceive me? I could swear that you just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire, with the rest following in your wake. That's the only way. We are here in response to your vox call. It's time to push the heretics back. Indeed it is, Elatus. Your wounds. Look closely at it. Though it does not seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His face has taken a strange hue. The tempers appear scaled, and his voice now has an uncanny screeching quality. There's not traces of fatigue or stress. The psychic's body has begun to mutate, a consequence of contact with the wall. You're not in the best shape yourself. Noticed the signs of my blessing, have you? Lost Mavera? Yes, the warp has taken its toll. I'm still staying able to hold my weapon. I'll fight for the Von Valentius bloodline to the end. If the price is the eternal curse of mutation, so be it. My faith will hold me upright with a weapon in my hand. That's all that matters. Pray forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to doubt the faith of those who pass the trial by fire. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox School and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Commander or her Arch-Militant in our midst. Still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I saw Lady Theodora on the observation platforms. When did you and she part ways? It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthred. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts. This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. Still receiving fragmentary reports from the bridge. Conrad Voigtfer was spotted there, and even what scanned intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorceress rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once. I think the bridge is more important. Or something like you can barely stand upright. What happened? It's best that we go retrieve Lady Theodora and let Edeltham commence the attack on Voxer. Edeltham responds, a reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be. Till we next meet at Last Fair, may the Emperor bless you your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle. Well, what do you know? Edeltham turned out to be alright.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Perhaps I was too harsh with my judgment of him. For a psyker, that guy's
We are
alright.
bound by the blood of martyrs.
Still a psyker though. Not thrilled by having to associate with witches.
Know your duty. The Emperor gave
Open
me
up that
a
way,
vision.
so we're gonna go this way. Never go the direction they want you to go. Alright, so what's your logic? 50? Alright, it's going to suffer your armor a little bit, but that's alright, because I would prefer you have the logic. Oh. I need to get you to heal him. Let's
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
move out. Lord Captain's quarters. I'm pretty sure the Lord Captain is going to die because she doesn't have a voice actor. Doesn't feel like a character that's going to be in the storyline for long. This is very ostentatious.
The Divine watches over us.
Yep, dead.
Let us walk this path to the end. With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Okay, yep, already. Understand that. Theodora von Valantia's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilitant corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless... that rat... What? It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here. And he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
The cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an auto pistol shot. An extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise. The last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls that have fallen from the desk. As you lean forward to look closer, you notice something small. Something with a small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around with blood and brain matter and shards of his skull. Taking if the Archmilitant's weapon is off, the killer must have been a split second quicker than he. It's difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, shards appear to be iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they had been submerged in promethium. Orc's accounts dispatches go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It's handwritten and signed with the initials XC and a seal with a symbol that looks vaguely familiar to you. And sent a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter is addressed to Theodora von Valancius, signed it with the seal of the one of the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition. Secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunt the heretics, Xenos, and the other enemies of humanity.
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this tainted witchcraft. It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story.
Yes, the
No, wait!
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Yeah. Gains a 10 bonus to Commerce and Law Imperium. I will gladly wear that for now. Just gonna go and put on all of Theodora's clothes.
Know your
As the sun
duty.
goes, I wear my grandma's clothes. I look incredible.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Alright. My peeps are moving first. We'll chuck Argenta over there. The bolter, she should be able to tear through them. Actually, we'll get you. We're going to start you over there so you can loop around behind them, kill the two of them, charge him. You might get caught up in the lightning. No, we won't do that. Protects the character from incoming damage. Light and medium armor types are both available to you at the moment. The armor stat indicates the percent of incoming damage the enemy attacking will absorb. Character in light armor dodges attacks more often, but takes more damage when hit. Medium armor absorbs more damage after the character is hit, but reduces their mobility. Alright. Good. So,
The Emperor commands.
Argenta a buff. Give Argenta another buff. Do the pew pews. And see what you can get away with.
So it shall be done.
Counter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to the enemy portrait indicates they're under the influence of some kind of effects. Effects. Heavily damaged. Okay. Good. Okay, so your positioning isn't quite right, so we're going to need to move you into the open.
Rejoice in battle!
But you should be able to fuck these guys
do
up.
it. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. For you, my Emperor!
Do analyze enemies. I'll hit Abelard as well. We don't want to hit Abelard as well. What for? How about if you do a psychic screen? 10 to 24. Alright, do that. And then give
Anything is?
Argenta a bit more dodge chance. Oof. Oh, finish that guy off.
I will not be deterred.
You give Argenta an extra turn.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
So if I understand it, her action turn should still be coming up after that. Yep.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Alright, I need you to focus on taking that guy out.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Psycho will deal with the Servitor.
Be gone.
Alright. The officer grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP during the turn. There is no attack limit. That seems very powerful. Ah, special abilities, right. So that's what the momentum is for. Choose a talent. Acts. Whenever the officer uses an ability on an ally, The ally gains bonus to their perception and ballistic skill equal to 3. These bonuses stack, but half of the stacks rounded up are lost at the end of the target's turn. When you have to target an ally with an ability for the first time, gains 3 temporary wounds. Targets an ally with an action. The ally's resolve is increased by 1 until the end of the overseer's next turn. Used in combat by any character. Alright, so what was one that increases? Getting resolve to go up faster would be a good idea, but giving the extra, we'll go with the resolve. Alright, what do you got here? Daring Breach Water immediately restores all AP and MP and gains plus agility bonus MP until the end of their turn. It leaves an MP after performing attacks. The warrior has no limit on melee attacks this turn. Alright, so that's just charge and be a battle blender. Got it. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior's next melee attack against the enemy deals an additional 5 damage. Does not stack, but can be reactivated after another attack made by the... Okay. When it is attacked, they gain +1 stack of Epitensor Assaulter until the end of combat. So the turn, the warrior gains +1 temporary wound for each stack. These temporary wounds cannot exceed 5. Alright, so that just makes him a whole lot harder to kill, so we'll go with that. The operative immediately inflicts 1 exploit on all enemies in combat that makes a free attack against a target that attack always hits. To the end of combat, the target of the attack suffers a -30 penalty to dodge and -30 penalty to armor. Alright, so that's a good debuff on bosses and things like that. Alright. Do the make that free. Charge against the ability to make a number of extra attack equals to their weapon's rate of fire, minimum 2, using the weapon attack that normally costs the least AP. These attacks do not spend AP. Till the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. The soldier immediately reloads their current weapon. Okay. So you just do a sweep across the field and get a crit on everyone. That's good. Customize to minute 1. First reload in combat does not cost AP. After soldier's 3 damage, soldier gains 10 plus more damage for the next attack in the current combat. To damage, a critical damage is increased by 1%. I think rapid reload is the way we'll go. Alright, and I am due for another quick ad break, so going to go back to the podcast screen, and I will be back in 5 or so minutes.
So yeah, we very much appreciate the listen. So obviously, if you get the opportunity, jump on, have a listen, share it with your friends. Go to our socials, which will be shared at the end. I might start putting those in the episode descriptions as well, just where you can link to our Facebook, Instagram, and X pages.
It's probably not a bad idea.
And now with video going, eventually, once we get our 12-year-old, what do we call her? The manager of visual medium.
Yep.
Kirsty, our 12-year-old co-worker. We get her on board, she'll be able to start putting some videos together for us.
Yep. Do that whole TikTok thing that
yeah,
we are too boomer to understand.
Yeah, and you know, when you see video of us, you'll go, do they really need video?
Is this a good idea?
Yeah, there is a reason podcasts are an audio medium, so that's all good. But no, we do. Again, we very much appreciate everything that everyone's done and said, and thank you for listening. So, Blaze, what's the first thing you want to have a chat about?
Well, I mean, mainly just going on where we are with the podcast at the moment. So obviously, at the point of this releasing, we would have the pilot, the Iron Man one,
yep,
and the Hulk episodes out.
Yes.
Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be releasing the Iron Man 2 and Thor, which we'll be recording today.
Yep. Yes, we will be. We're hoping to get most of the rest of our first series out today, if we can.
Yeah, hopefully Thor, Captain America, Avengers, and sort of
wrap up
episode.
Wrap up, and the what do we call it? The potential what if episode.
Yeah, speculation on what could have been.
Sometimes what should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. So that's for that one. We'll probably won't announce because we'll have enough episodes banked up what our next topic is. But we have got a lot of ideas.
We have already sort of announced our next topic is Narnia.
Oh, we did, yeah. So we're doing the Chronicles of Narnia, the books, which I'm rereading at the moment. Have you started your reread?
I have not. But I also think with the how long today has taken due to...
we don't need it for today.
Yeah, other incidents. I don't think we're getting to that today.
Do you want to share what's delayed you a little bit today?
Yeah, so I acquired a new car on Wednesday, and then turns out the battery's fucked.
Yep.
So needed to fuck around this morning and replace that.
Yep, because he messaged on, was it Thursday night, and said, I went to start the car and it's not turning over. So last night I went over with jumper cables and it started almost immediately.
Yep.
I thought, oh, well, that's all right. Maybe something's just drained the battery.
Yeah, and then just out of paranoia last night before I went to bed, went to try it again, and it died again.
Good fun.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't.
No, understandable. It's just, yeah. So, but you've got that sorted now, so that's the main thing.
Yes.
Yep. It was an exciting occasion last night when we jump-started that car because, for backstory, a couple of times a week, effectively for the past year and a half, at least year, I give Blaze a lift into work because he hasn't had a car. And last night was the first time Blaze was in the driver's seat and I was in the passenger seat.
It was a momentous occasion.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
And he went all right. I'm a terrible passenger. I am the shittest passenger.
I mean, he was cling on to the god handle for dear life.
But I do that just out of because I've got to have my hands somewhere. Because I can't just have them sitting in my lap, and I'm like, oh, where do I? It's the Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do with my hands. So I always just hang on to that. But I did think about it last night. I'm like, I hope he doesn't think I'm clenching, because I always had it there, but I wasn't doing the full. God, Jesus Christ, what's he doing?
I do the same thing. So
yeah. So you do. I've noticed that in my car. So anyway. No, that's it. So I guess where are we at? Probably in reference to things we will be talking about going forward. We'll probably.
All right. We are back from outer space.
Yes.
To loot all these bodies. How high is my Seneschal's intelligence? 30, which I think is the magic number.
I'd rather not.
Oh. Was trying to put it in the wrong slot. Alright. So you get extra toughness, which should make you harder to kill, right? Alright, let's go to the bridge. Kill this traitor.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Okay, he's doing some mega heresy. Thread. Zumanfer, you are here, but where is the Lord Captain? Theodore Valentius is dead. Yeah. I've seen it before. We better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating. Forbid you the very thought of yielding. Words worthy of a righteous soul. Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator is ready to take the ship out of warp and get some help from the bridge. Then we have no right to bow our head. See Conrad Vogtfer clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them. Out of time, Edelthar bites his knuckles, desperate thinking. See a wave ripple across the whites of Edelthar's eyes, and they begin to turn sickly yellow. We are to die this day, let us die with honor. God lowers his head, then he sighs and looks out his gaze. Cold, hot, and frankly, the ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it, and you? See to it that the void ship breaks free of the warp. Watch over our realm, and farewell. He's going to sacrifice himself. Cursed traitor, a time will come when you will plead for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my word, for they are the vow of he who marches towards his death. What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't...
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
sacrificed himself and became a demon that I'm going to have
Your
to fight.
doom has been foretold.
This is called Heroic Acts Desperate Measures. My red is required. Depending on the actions applied, the amount of bar will increase or decrease. Has 140 hit points. Jesus Christ. Alright, so there's a bridge officer down there who's still alive. I'm actually going to set me up to offer some fire support to him and keep him alive, I think. I don't really want anyone getting into melee combat with that thing. I'm hoping it will be sort of feral and attacking everyone. But we'll see. Enemies with various abilities and features, and I can't I can't actually see that guy. Alright. So it didn't work the way I wanted it to anyway. Alright, we'll activate You Serve Me.
And so
Do
shall
that.
it be done.
And we'll give you an extra... $40, $30, $30, $67.
Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, minced the two of them. Good.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Eradicated. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Alright.
That is not the Emperor's will.
So we have enough momentum. What's your rate of fire that you get 4 shots off?
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Do it.
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, it just skipped straight to its turn. Alright. That's kind of rude.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
But that is also the last of its allies, so... Alright. Can move you to here. And then you're going to charge.
I will do my duty.
Going to activate Endure. You're going to smack it again. Job is to hold the line, Abelard. Hold the line.
Why did I not foresee this?
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Alright. So, move it out of the acid.
Was that you?
Chance.
Or on it?
Hit the Chaos Spawn with some penalties. Oh, they do still have an ally on the field. That's kind of annoying.
Anything else?
No, they don't.
Just a minor setback.
Alright. Move there so you're not adjacent to her. Buff Adira. Then give her another turn. Hit that thing with another Psychic Shoot.
I am but a vessel for the higher purpose.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Alright, just took a hit. It's fine. It's fine.
Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen.
Alright, and finish it off with one last shot. That it dodged. It's alright.
I'll do it.
Oh, you get to shoot again? Alright, keep shooting.
Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Hit that fuck with a cleave.
I've suffered worse.
Damn, Edelthard turning himself into a Chaos Demon.
Will do.
get taxi.
At your beck and call.
Alright. You missed. Oh, the sister battle gets to kill them.
As the Emperor commands, I act. That is for the weak.
Yeah, take that, Pesky Chaos Spawn. Jesus. English. Alright.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
A noble deed. Let the crew offer prayers for the hero who renounced his impure life in the name of humanity.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Alright, you're still alive. We won. Yes, we did. While you were cowering. Probably did level ups as well. Get a lot of level ups. Choose characteristics. Willpower, I think. And it was second one their current weapon set. In addition to the usual one attack per round, this attack's up to minus 20. Okay. So I can do those. Pinnacle weaponry. Yes, I do want that. I didn't realize I had to buy that, but absolutely, that is what I want. Make my charisma rolls based off intelligence instead of fellowship. Alright, whenever enemy attacks a warrior, the warrior's next melee attack against that enemy deals da-da-da. Okay. And 10% armor against Xenos and demonic characters. It's okay, I don't need him to have knowledge of those things. Alright, perception, config straight bots showcasing in between day to day. Warped, I think I definitely want you to have more willpower since you're going to be doing psychic shit. We have every combat psychers allies gain. Okay. Use Psychic power on an ally without an unnatural luck effect. That ally gains unnatural luck. When the ally suffers a critical hit, it becomes a normal hit instead, and the unnatural luck is removed. Okay. First time in combat that an ally becomes a target of psychic power, that ally gains 10 weapon skill and alright. So she's mainly going to be a support role, which is fine. And Argenta, we definitely want more ballistics. The soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies. The soldier gains a plus 10 times 2, plus 2 times 10 plus 2 times ballistic bonus % more damage for the next attack in current combat. Revor, Master Helmsman, systems report. By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, that's a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul residue we'll be scrolling off the vid screens for throat knows how long. Need to re-establish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. It's our only chance of escaping the war. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor. And the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. Hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew prepared for translation to real space. Lars Swimfarer, you may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take our place in the ritual that is about to commence. Directs your attention upwards to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. I am ready. So it's my ship now. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath the thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It's taken the guise of Theodora, but the false Traeger's eyes reveal the entity's true surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. The voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and the voice booms with all the horrors of the warp. Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? The vision lowers its head, its harrowing gaze boring into you. But for a moment something changes in Theodora's expression. It almost looks like a shadow of fear. It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are a mockery. I have already resisted the temptations of warp once. Whatever you are not cloud in your illusion. Theodora hisses almost painfully as if wounded by your words. Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flows of fates. Your head begins to spin. Viscous drops slither down your cheeks as you blink. You're no longer looking at Theodora. It's a traitor of Voigtsphere, just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition. The same terrifying voice seeps from your lips. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy. A relic that can serve the edge of daybreak. Fate was assured and the steps chosen, yet you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you, on the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World. I see you by my side on that day, the day of my resurrection. You are scattered by invisible sorceress winds, and you see Adira, her eyes aglow with the same sinister flame. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the Weaver of Destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and figure chances. The thread will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread will guide you and the weapon of return to me. A cavalcade of hazy glimpses of future yet unknown passes before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple. Images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Through the rippling mirage you see a twisted image of Abelard, the loyal seneschal of the dynasty. The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. Oh, that's some warpy shenanigans. Always love that. Seneschal, the Navigator's Sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means the Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with all those that died this day. Revel does not look away. He's giving you a hard stare, his white brows froze. Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord! It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Alright. I am the Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members.
Yep.
Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
Damn right I survived. Conspiracy completed the prologue. Nice. The bridge of the von Valancius Dynasty's flagship is equipped with a unique terminal that provides the Lord Captain with direct access to the ship's data crypts. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face. Though the old officer's eyes are keen, they rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your lordship. You had us worried that for a few hours there. But after witnessing you fearlessly rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was over. Such fortitude is most admirable in a Lord Captain. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior middle-ranking officers. Some posts had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfilled entirely, and now the deck clans are deciding who will take over their leaderless crews. Now we come to losing hands. Appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's commands. They know exactly who they're looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given the informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. It's an agenda. Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort. Even so far, as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the star system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge. And they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of the Lord Captain. Have we trapped at Voigt? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him, and any mutineers who may still be skulking the ship's many corridors. But frankly, I would not be surprised to hear they are now one shuttle short. I'm afraid there will be some time before he answers for all he has wrought. I'm ready. Start the briefing. Summon the officers. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expression revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers! You've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Alatus Windfarer von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present. As you wish, your lordship. Abelard points to a slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Vigdis Sura Otter of the Ptoleman line, our new Voxmaster. It is an honor to serve, your lordship. The Voxmaster offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Besides her is Revor, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or pirate trap. The bearded man, with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes and a dour expression that seems hardwired onto his face, gives a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain. This here's ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to get any grief. And lastly, our High Factorum Janus Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and general material well-being of this ship. Dressed in a embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair officer obsequious smile and bows. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for artillery aboard, the Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent extinguishing fires on the ship, and lastly the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. Drive Master's officers salute resembling a dance involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priests and mechandrites. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachary Weiss, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He's in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the Von Valencia's protectorate, and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing, and Conrad Voigt's treachery. I will deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropath's progress as soon as possible to do so. Okay. Everyone's got reports. Infernus Master, what have you got? Faisal Naltzi. Yes, Lord Captain. A report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment, in terms of material losses and crew casualties, has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factorum. High Factorum, what have you got? We're toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I'll personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention and that all supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum of from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We'll be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Recade Monaris. However, the whole system in fact belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. The kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually instills as governors on his planets. Alright. Drive Master, what have you got for me? Lord Captain, the foes that set upon the noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warfare engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah. But its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We've not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow or anger. With great sorrow I must report that Engiseer Prime, Overseer, and spiritual authority of all text points on board fell in battle. Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement as soon as possible. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut the story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship is sound, more or less, but without our Engineer Prime and Navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. Try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your Lordship, allow me to interject. When one arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite satellite. Navis Nobilite satellite. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else we'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round in the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Promethean supplies last. And if any thick as grok shit low life comes sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry about that. What's from Ordnance? Nope, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone, we've got no able crew. No Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, do you forget yourself? I apologize profusely, Lord Captain. Pardon the fool. The ship is in ruins. Every other officer is dead, and the Lord Captain is no longer with us. Fear has taken a hold of me. But I have heard of you. Oh yes, your fame has reached even as far as the Expanse. I cannot be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself. The Master of Ordnance can report that the rest of the arsenal has been saved and the battery is in good order. We are ready to fight, if it is the Lord Captain's will. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and require a new Engineer Prime and Navigator. That all that's preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, my lord. Bear in mind that this will not end our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at a Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we'll never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system we currently find ourselves in? We're in Ricard star system. Our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system. Our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. And Ryked Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. What is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navis Nobilite station and find out what in the void is going on. Assembled officers, salute you as one. Alright. Lordship, there is one other thing, a confidential matter of utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to the system for a reason. It was given a secret commission. Perhaps you're wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the Hand of the Emperor, and chief architect of his will in the Kronos Expanse. Was to seek out Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Henrix von Kalos, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, and that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires. Deliver him to Footfall in the Furimbidus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor of Ricard Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it's a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the von Valentius protectorates. Dear Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you're ready, when you have time, rogue trader. Lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard, my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make it out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn. It's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell, but if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? Anything else, Mr. Stars? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, alright? But Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you'll benefit from them as well. If there's nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. Alright. Let's do a save now that I have myself a ship. Staring out into space. Nice, 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 nice. I like it. They've definitely embraced the Warhammer aesthetic of everything is excessively big.
Rogue Trader.
You have a personal request?
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
The cursed servants of Chaos who assaulted the ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they offered many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their post until the bitter end. I don't know what the customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valentia's territory, and what I'm unfamiliar with, the children of such brave souls could be expected to receive some special consideration. Perhaps a rogue trader could meet the orphans. I will have a chat with the children. Be like, "Ha, your parents are dead." Those are supposed to be children? Is that your creature straight out of a fairy tale? Indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. It's hardly the scholar progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on a ship with adequate care and instruction. Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness in the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rogue Trader of House Von Valentius. So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you, noble lot, and you just give us speeches. Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants to both calm him and scold him. The comportment leaves much to be desired. I hope that there will be more than worthy servants in the house. Address chaperones. If you have things to say them without fear. I will listen. Doesn't matter what we say, it won't bring our parents back, and it won't change our fate either. Keep slaving away the ship until we drop from it. It's not an easy thing to go through. They gave their lives for the good of the whole ship, for the Imperium. Whether or not you have to listen to information, but note slowly, then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Abelard gives a sign, and servants immediately emerge carrying packaged treats with Von Valentin emblazoned wrappers. It appears the Seneschal came prepared for any contingency. And they just throw them at the kids. Good job! Argentina rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement and then leaves the bay. Nope, I tried to be nice and supportive to the kids. But their life is still gonna suck. They're in the 40k universe. There is no happiness.
Greetings. Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about? Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus.
Hey, Shagai, hello.
Seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked death world can
Did they name
deter
that font
Sisters
after you?
Pronatus when
Of
their
course.
goal is to return a piece of the great legacy
Of
of the
course they did.
Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
The Order Pronatus is not one of the Order's militants.
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless. Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge. And my order
having a
has
good night's
all the
stream?
more reason
I
to
have
be
been having a
known
good
for the
stream.
martial
I'm
prowess of its sisters.
About to finish up
We
in
are the
about
keepers
5
of
minutes,
the
but
Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it? Should any more arise, keeping...
perhaps this should all collect rogues. First officer was Arian. I can't stand him like every other Navy officer I met. He doesn't know a thing about controlling a vessel in the void. But he puffs himself up all the same and throws his weight around. Me and him have had a few words a few times before. I think the Emperor Lady Theodora trusted me more than the Seneschal when it came to helping a ship. Then there's that woman. What's her name? Tlas. Lady Theodora brought her along wherever she went, and look what happened to her. Wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that that witch delivered her to an early grave, just like countless souls before her. Don't see why anyone would want that walking calamity on their ship, but some would disagree. They say she's friends with young Tulliman. You know, at least she used to be. Do you like anyone else? I like you, and I lay Theodora before you. Where would I be willing if I was making cracks about the rogue trader? Huh, I don't want to die just yet. Eh. Enough of that, it's been enjoyable. Has been. There has been a lot of dialogue. I will give the game that. There is a lot of talking. And now I just want to explore. Alright, so Adira's down there, the High Factorium is there. Let's go to my quarters. Are they still the same as they were when they were? I get too embarrassed reading dialogue usually unless I'm in the mood for it. That's fair. Light glinting off the polished skull of some unknown Xenos makes it seem like the bony face is mocking. Ooh, a vault. Alright, that's just for storing stuff, that makes sense. Lord Captain's personal cogitator, Von Valancius' family records. Okay, that's obviously just a Patreon list. Or credits, whatever. Back to the ancient books. The parlor organ seems to have been sitting idle for many years. A bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes. She's of the faithful to his word and name. The text below this solemn heading is noticeably faded. It appears that the prayer book has been kept open on this page for a very long time. Fine sculpture made from a strange metal seems to absorb any rays of light that fall upon it. Glinting of displayed weapons is mesmerizing. You've never seen many of these articles before. Can I use them? Evidently not. It's just the game of Regicide was interrupted. The winner was never determined. Water calming murmurs and warm stream feel inexplicably deceptive. A moment of weakness and rest promises nothing but danger. Long dead eyes of this fierce monster forever capture the fear and pain of its final moments. So that's where the secret elevator was. Good. There's some loot. His chagrin is irrelevant. Voigt's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources all wasted. He's failed at what he was supposed to be irreproachable at, uncovering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I'm not about to discard him. Conrad has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly for the Protectorate. Besides, he's no fool. He could not have seriously expected to become the next in the Von Valancius line when his skills and talents as a Master of Whispers are so valuable. Let his disinheritance serve as a humiliative but instructive lesson from which he may yet learn. Well, I'd say that's probably why he betrayed you, but... As the complete firing record is now fully equipped, the object has been loaded aboard with the containment intact and placed in a forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinates sent and received via bridge 1001101010. Target's estimate 00110001 time. Arrival in the system 0101011010. Fire reckoning is crewed by the Servitor Hive 000111111000000. Chance of the ship returning are minimal. Estimated time 011101111000. Alright. Sure, that means something. Man, it's good article discussed to have been granted permission to enter the Lord Captain's quarters. Well, I'm going to have to replace that with a painting of me at some point. Ah, oh. Let's talk to Adira, because she might tell me something about the future.
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you.
Adira laughs and rubs her hands together and suddenly freezes with a vacant smile on her face. Her head slightly tilted, you feel goosebumps appear on your skin, and your collar begins to waver ever so slightly, as if moved by a breeze from a half-open door.
Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained. Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, Rogue Trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. A chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master, or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord?
Okay.
The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it?
None of this makes any sense to me.
I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in, somehow. But for now... Of course.
Alright. Either way. Going to end it there for tonight, because I was only supposed to go for 3 hours, and I've gone for nearly 3.5. Going to raid through to Guy Media, since he is on. But thank you for watching. I will catch you all next time when I stream at whatever random time I choose to stream. Have a good one. Bye-bye.